Hello, welcome. So today I am going to make a cauliflower fried rice. So I have some onions that are all chopped up here for now. So I'm just kind of moving them aside. And then I have celery, mushroom, and a carrot. And this is just for me. It's just one person that's going to eat this. So I'm only doing small portions. And see how there's just some weird stuff on here? Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of use my knife to scrape it off. There we go. And I'll cut off the ends here. Sorry, my knife isn't very sharp. And I'm going to kind of do this in bite-sized, like little, it's what's called I guess it's a medium dice. I'm just going to kind of slice it down the middle here, because the celery here is all about the same size. You know how sometimes it gets bigger on one end and then smaller on the other? Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of, and I'm holding my knife in a pinch motion. So I'm holding the blade of the knife with one finger, and then my thumb is holding up here, and then the other 3 fingers are here. So, and then I'm going to do a rocking motion to cut, and then you're kind of moving the food as you're cutting. Just running it through. Alright. So there are my celery. Setting that aside. My mushroom. I think I'm just going to slice it. Just kind of give it a good slice. And then once it's sliced, I'm going to stack it as I sliced it. And then give it a good cut down the middle. This is going in at another time, so I'm setting it off to the side of my board. Now for a carrot, they can roll, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop it in half, so I have 2 equal pieces. Set the smaller one aside, and then I'm going to slice this one down the middle, holding it and pinching it, so that I can cut it in half. There we go. One was a little bigger than the other, but that's okay. And then I'm going to pinch again on either side. Like, see? My knife point is away from my fingers. And then I'm going to slice that right down the middle. So I have 2 equal sizes here. And then I'm going to cut it about the same size as the celery. There we go. Set that aside with the celery. This one, it's smaller, it's thinner, so I'm just going to slice it into half moon shapes. I'd say this here is about a medium dice. And this little guy here, I'm just going to go ahead and slice him into rounds. I'd say they're about 1/4 of an inch thick, something like that. So, set those aside. I also have some cabbage here. Lovely cabbage. Cabbage. And I'm just going to give this a slice right down, like that. And see how there is some stem attached? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And then I'm going to slice another bit because I want more cabbage. And another bit for more cabbage. There we go. Set that aside. And then again, there's a little stem here. And then another little stem here. Alright. Now these big guys, I'm not fond of. You can see it. It's just too big. I guess you could, like, you know, I'm going to set those kind of tougher ones aside. That way I can slice them, not that. That way I can slice them up. There's another one. And chop them up a little bit. Alright. There's my cabbage. I'm going to kind of move that off over here to be with the broccoli. Alright. And then I'm going to kind of just slice this down. This will meld in with the cauliflower. Alright. Now, I'm going to stack 2 of them. And notice how I'm kind of keeping my hands curled. I'm just kind of letting my knife glide right through. Alright. What is that? Shh. Sorry. If the dogs bark in the background, I'm sorry. They like to bark at everything. The wind, a leaf going by, a car braking, squeaky brakes, or yeah, pretty much anything. And then I have the pièce de resistance. I'm going to pull this out from my cutting board. The cauliflower rice. I got this from Trader Joe's. You could, of course, do it yourself. You just chop up your cauliflower, stem and all, and you don't want the leaves, but the stem and all the florets. And you pop them in your blender or your food processor, whatever you have. And you just split them down until they are camera fail. Here, let me set you here. There we go. And you just, I don't know if you can see them. Oops, that's my stove. So as you can see here, they're like a rice. So nice. Oh, that rhymed. Okay. Let me stick them back in the bag. Alright. I'm going to rinse my hands off really quick. Okay. That turned off. Alright. So, I'm also going to make a sauce, but I'm going to get the ingredients and I'll be back. Okay, so here I have this less sodium soy sauce. You could, of course, use tamari if you don't want the ingredients of soy sauce, if you want to go completely vegan. And then I also have this rice vinegar, hot sauce, and I also have this lovely, it's in an actual carafe. Ooh, it's fresh squeezed mandarin orange juice. I did this myself. So my parents have a pretty big mandarin orange tree. So I just squeezed this myself, and that was that. So I'm going to make this. I'm also going to put a little bit of honey. I know it's not raw or anything, but it's fine. And then I'm also going to use, I don't know where my cup is. I'm going to use some cornstarch as well to kind of thicken it a little bit and give it that nice kind of texture. You could use arrowroot or whatever other thickener that you like. So I'm going to pause and I'll be... Alright, I'm back. And here's my cornstarch. Like I said, you can use arrowroot or whatever you like. I am also using avocado oil. This has a higher heat temperature, a higher heat limit than olive oil. So you can fry with this. As you can see, it has a 500-degree smoke point and it won't turn to the carcinogens that olive oil or sesame oil or anything like that is. I do have some sesame oil in the fridge, but I don't know that I'm going to use it. And for crunch, I'm going to use some raw cashew pieces. Now this is completely vegetarian. I don't have any meat in here. So those cashews are going to give me the protein I need. I could also add some nutritional yeast flakes if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to. So That's just because I've been using a lot of nutritional yeast lately, and it makes things kind of cheesy, which I really love. So I am going to turn this on. It's powerful. It's on the little big setting, so I'm going to turn it down to, yeah, it's 7 actually, because I want it kind of hot. 8. And I forgot about the garlic, so I'm gonna, my cutting board's small, you should never do this. I'm gonna take my knife here, and I'm gonna rearrange the camera so you can see better. Oh, there's a knife in the way. I think that'll do. Alright, and I'm gonna just take the butt of my hand, and just whack. And it'll look like that. And then you can remove the paper, the garlic paper. I'll set it aside. And I like to take the little end off. I don't like that little end. And I'm going to kind of smash it a little more. Alright. And then I'm just going to run my knife through it. Like so. And I kind of want to, I'm holding it with my hand extended like this. And just rocking the knife back and forth. Just make sure to keep this finger here folded. You see where the blade is here? And my finger is way up here. Alright. Oh, it's cabbage. And then I just sort of swipe it off, being careful. And swipe it off again. Alright. I'll set that aside. And I'm going to move on to my pan here. It's pretty hot. So here I added in about a tablespoon of oil. I'm going to kind of zhuzh it around a little bit. I'm using a nonstick pan. And I'm going to get my, as you can see, it's simmering away. Alright, I'm going to pull it off heat because it's getting very brown and we don't want that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my carrots and onions and celery because it's a very hot pan. Get all those in there. See, I have like little garlic chips in there. That's okay though. You could do this faster if you had a bench scraper or if I was using my knife to scoop all this up. Get all that in there. There we go. Yeah, see the garlic got a little brown. But that's okay. Give it a stir. There it's going. Why do you have all this stuff so close to the heat? And I'll show you what I do with the sauce in a little bit. I should have made the sauce already, but that's what I get for not doing something called mise en place. Mise en place means everything in its place, everything together. Alright. Messy kitchen. Now I'm going to add the lovely cauliflower. And it goes. I added about, I'd say like 3/4 of a cup. I just used the last of my bag. I'm so bad. And then I'm just going to kind of stir it all around. Stir, stir, stir. This would be great if I didn't get my hand in there. Oh, doesn't that look good? Already looking good. Now you can leave these pretty crunchy if you want to, but I'm going to kind of get the rice to a little bit more of a ricey flavor. A ricey taste, a ricey consistency, I should say. Wow, I can't talk today. I'm going to kind of shake it and get it so it's evenly distributed on the pan. Okay. I also have cilantro over here for the end. It's still on its stems. That's okay. I'll pick it. Alright. Now, this is doing its thing. I am going to make my sauce. I'll be right back. Hello again. Okay, so I didn't really measure my soy sauce, but there's probably about a teaspoon in there, maybe a little more, maybe 2 teaspoons. I'm going to turn this down, and then I'm going to add some of my rice vinegar. Rice vinegar. I'd say a couple of dashes. That'll do. And some soy sauce. I'm sorry, not soy sauce. Hot sauce. A couple of dashes. I'm also going to add my nuts at this point. As you can see, it's getting some color. Oops, sorry. It's getting a little bit of color to the rice, which is good. You kind of want that color. It's looking dry, I know. Now, because these are raw cashews, I'm just going to add that's about a 1/4 of a cup. Yeah, I don't really measure all that much, I'm sorry. I'm going to let those kind of toast up. And I'm also going to add some honey. This will just help to kind of thicken it. Pop it open. Honey, honey. I'd say a good squeeze, so that's about 2 teaspoons. And then my mandarin orange juice that I shook. I'd say about a 1/4 of a cup. That'll do. And then, doesn't that look yummy? You have to wait because I have to open my cornstarch. Alright. I'd say this is a tablespoon. So I'm going to add in probably, that looks to me, I don't know, about 2 teaspoons. And then I'm going to give it a good stir until all of that lovely cornstarch and honey is kind of dissolved. Alright, I'm going to give it a taste. There's honey on the end of that. I don't want the honey on there. I'm going to dissolve it in here. Don't put that on there, it's drumstick. Alright. I want to taste it. Okay, let's taste it. That's perfect. I like that. And now I'm going to add about, it's right about there, so I'm going to add enough water until it gets up to half a cup. Turn this off. Now I'm going to add in my cabbage and mushrooms. There we go. Give it a good flip. There we go. It's getting really toasty, which is what. As you can see, after only about a minute, I think, probably not even a minute, these veggies are looking super nice. I'm actually gonna pull one out. It's still crunchy, which is fine for fried rice. Gonna let the cabbage and the mushrooms kind of wilt down a little bit. Oops. And where's my spoon? I'm gonna give this another stir because it kind of settled. A settling sauce. Oh dear. Okay, now I'm gonna make a little hole in the center here for my sauce. And I'm going to let it do its thing. And I'm going to stir it. And then really get in there and mix everything. And the veggies and everything will kind of absorb that sauce and just get all gooey and yummy and oh so good. Oh, so good. It smells so good, you guys. I wish you could smell it. Sorry, the steam is not cooperating. You can see the little cashews here. Oh. Now let's sit and get all happy. It's going to get all happy. Now I'm going to pull the plate out of the dishwasher because I just washed dishes. Sorry, it's really loud. I have a lovely plate. A lovely white plate. Let's see. Yes. Oh, that is just getting to be scrumptious looking. Alright. I'm just going to kind of shove all that aside. That's a good thing about it. Alright. There's my plate. And I think it's looking really good, so I'm going to turn this off. And I am going to plate this up. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get it all kind of squared away in the middle. And now I have cilantro leaves here. You could chop this up if you like, but I love cilantro so much. Some of the bigger leaves I will. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Can't wait to eat it. Isn't that just, I mean, come on. Let's just get a view of that. Oh, looks so good, right? I don't like that little bit on the side. I'm just being picky. Oh, it's time to eat this. Oh, gonna be so good. Here we go. Oh, look at that. All my carrots are on one side. Oh, the dogs be wanting some, but they can't have any. No onions or garlic for these guys. You ready? I know, I have no makeup on. Oh, you can smell the cilantro? Come on. That is so good. You don't even miss the rice. Ugh. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope you will eat more veggies. Because who wouldn't? I mean, this is just pure veggie goodness. And you don't feel like you're sacrificing. So, happy cooking, my friends. And remember to keep it homemade.